So I made a proper storage room. I made a ton of these custom drawers with, they all look the same. They all have the ironwood log lining, ironwood plank for the inner body, and then I'm using quartz polished marble for the front. I like the white fronts. They look really clear and easy to see. And then made a lot of compacting drawers for random resources. Since I've gotten that storage stuff set up downstairs, I want to get some refined storage set up upstairs. And that's going to be relatively straightforward to do, I feel. There's some stuff that we need to do before we get started. Oh, our silicone is done. Yay. Take a nap. And let's see, put that in here. So the reason I haven't put the signs back up or the item frames back up yet is because there's literally no point. I'm about to take all of these things, break the crates, and put them in a drive at some point soon. So let's take a look at refined. We're going to need a few things to get ourselves started here. We need a controller, but to make a controller, we need quartz and iron and stuff. So why don't we get started with that? I'm probably just going to go ahead and make a stack of this stuff because it's not a pain to make, but it's just one of those things that you always end up using. So that'll get us 4 stacks of quartz enriched iron. So now we can make ourselves a few things that we're gonna need. We're gonna need one of these guys. Is that not how you make it? Oh, it's a piece of stone in the middle. I did not remember the piece of stone. I haven't done refined storage in a long time. Just need to grab a diamond. And now we have our controller. So just to start, so I'm thinking a lot of our network stuff can just be put in here because it's not like it has to be specifically configured in any certain way. It's not really all that critical. Okay, well, that is definitely one minor restriction, though, is that I don't want it to be super visible. That's okay. So I can handle that part pretty easily. We have our... We should have power back here somewhere, don't we? Yeah, so we have power there. And I might actually have coverage for that already. I do, look at that. Isn't that perfect? Perfect. Can't even tell. And there we go. We have our controller down. The next thing we need is a solderer. The solderer is going to be 2 sticky pistons. I can handle that. I have slime balls are downstairs. I think everything I need is downstairs, short of some planks. I should just put a crafting table downstairs. Put one here for now, too. So we need 2 sticky pistons. And that will get us our solderer. Awesome. So now we want to get a few things. We want to get ourselves a disk drive. We'll need an advanced processor for that. We'll need a chest. That's no big deal. So the advanced processor will be redstone and silicone and a diamond. So we'll go ahead and grab the diamond and put that in there. And let's see. We also needed, what else did we need? We need another piece of stone. We'll need a chest. I'm trying to think of a wood that I'd want to use, but I guess we can just use oak. Believe me, this whole going up and down thing is tiring for me too. Don't worry, soon we'll be done. So we want a disk drive. We want a... Do we want to do a crafting grid? Do we want to be that endeavorous? A normal grid isn't the worst. We just need some basic processors and such. Let's see, so crafting grid is going to be an advanced processor, so we'll need that and that. And just kind of put all this stuff in a way that makes sense for me. And then we'll need crafting tables, fine. A normal grid is going to be 2 of the gold ones. And then we're going to need 2 of the iron ones. And we'll just let those process. I don't think there's really anything else we can get started with. We already have glass, we already have... Oh, I guess I can make that. I can already feel the sense of automation coming on. Like, when I get into refined storage and mods that do storage like this, it's like a down rolling slope in a good way. It's like I get started, and next thing I know, I've gotten storage automated, and then from there, next thing I know, I've gotten crafting automated, and from there, next thing I know, I've got wither skeletons automated, and from there, next thing I know, I've got killing the wither automated. It's like it's a quick slope for me for some reason. The advanced, these are quartz and glowstone, right? Yeah. Let's see, grab a piece of quartz and a piece of glowstone. Why do I do what? The stream on Mixer? Mixer is great. You see how quickly I was able to get back to you? That's why I like it. The FTL servers are amazing. It's because it's new. People don't like change. I do too. So there we go. We now have a grid. All we need now is a crafting table, which I thought I had, but no, I put it right here. That's right. How does it feel to be relieved of your one last stress? I'm sorry you didn't do so hot. But at the same time, sometimes it's nice to just know you don't have to worry about it right now. Just be done with it for the time being. And boom, crafting grid with absolutely nothing. So that was expected. I'm not worried about that because we don't have anything up. So let's do external storage first, because I want to make one of these as well. Oh, lordy. So we need... Good. Celebrate. Good times. Come on. I need to get iron. I need gold. I need another chest, right? Yeah, 2 chests even. I need cable, which I have yet to make. You don't have to use a Microsoft account. I'm not using a Microsoft account, and I'm streaming on it. Because I hate Microsoft accounts just as much as the next person. See? The next person doesn't use it either. No. In fact, we were just talking about that. Hey, there's one resource that you can get from that still works. In fact, there's 3. All of the astral sorcery resources are still the same as they were. And therefore, tunnel boring like you do would still be really optimal. And second, emeralds. I have still yet to implement anything to do with emeralds yet. I think I'm just going to make them drop from Kimberlite, but I don't actually know. I mean, yeah, I've done it, though. I found them. Yeah, he likes to just settle down somewhere and never leave. External storage is a done. Yeah, you think? You think I'm storing externally? So now... The question is... How do I connect? I don't know if he's actually paying attention to the stream chat. He did like it, though. I swear, this cable spaghetti is terrible. I'm pretty sure that's how my mom makes spaghetti, Josh. Be careful what you say about people's spaghetti. It's the best book. Now, let's see. What? Well, time to relog. Well, I'm trying to build in a nice way. Alright, there it is. Plus, for right now, it's messy because I've got all of this other crap there. That's not what I expected. Already not liking this one. There we go. Yeah, exactly. No, that song definitely was not what I was looking for in my playlist, thank you. So now we have some items, hooray! That's fine. I forgot to set the priority of our bus here to be higher than... What's that, 2024? And then... There we go. So now we at least have our stuff up here, which is nice. Sorting type by ID. ID, please. I love the ID sorting feature. Great. So now all that's left is to make a few storage drives, disks. So we'll just do, I don't know, what should we do? What can we afford? Well, that's easy. 1K is too easy. What about 4K? 4K is going to use some basic processors. And so I guess that means 16K is going to use some 4Ks. I've considered it, Chorus. It's a lot of work, and honestly, the editing is what took so long. Planning a time to edit and upload the videos was... Like, uploading is quick for me. I have some of the nation's fastest internet, so I can upload in about a minute and a half. What takes so long is editing and exporting, because I use Premiere. So it takes a while. I don't know. I might. It's just a lot of time. That's my biggest thing. I just don't have the time. With these, I can just sit down, start recording, or start streaming rather, and then I'm done. Like, I don't have to do anything afterwards. So we'll start with some 1Ks. What was missing in the center of that with the 1K? Oh, I was doing the wrong recipe completely. And I would stream to YouTube, but YouTube's streaming platform is trash. Alright, so that gives us 8 1K storage parts. We should have made 9. I don't know why I didn't make 9. I should have made a 9th one. Exactly. And even then, like, as a viewer, I find that I usually end up missing other people's streams when they stream on YouTube. YouTube does not do a good job of communicating that someone is streaming. So part of what started it was the fact that AE was completely MIA during 1.8 and 1.9, and only came back around in 1.10 because of Theakill's unofficial port. Well, pseudo-official port. And then AE came back to life, so right now people tend to avoid it because there's Applied Energistics and Applied Logistics, which is Theakill's version, so there's 2 versions, people get confused and pissed. 3, Refined Storage does not use the highly complex, and by highly complex I'm of course being facetious here, channel system. So there are no channels in RS. You literally just put everything together as much as you want. I think AE is cooler. Yeah, you're right. Chorus has it down, but some people are... By highly complex, I mean that people get upset and irritated when they're trying to do something and they run out of channels. And it's not like P2P is hard to do, so... I don't know. I don't think it's a valid complaint, but it is a complaint. But yeah, RS is a lot easier, but I also like the multi-part features from AE, where you can do, you know, one cable has multiple things attached to it. I think that's a cooler feature in my opinion, but that's just me. So at this point for the 4K storage part, I need to get a bunch of basic processors. Exactly. Oh yeah, hey Chorus, thanks for following, by the way. Exactly. I wish they would interface with each other like logistics pipes did at one point. That face wasn't rapey at all. The other thing is that there is no official cover system. There's an unofficial-ish one done by MC Multipart, but it's not my favorite. Right, that's what I mean by unofficial. Chisel and Bits, to me, does not count as a valid covering system. It works, but it's not easy to set it up. So, I don't know. We should definitely look into making some speed upgrades for this. Talk about a quality of life improvement. In fact, I'm going to interrupt you right now, and we're going to do that, because, good God, this is slow. Yep, I am absolutely down for sushi. Sorry, this solderer was just painfully slow. Don't know why I haven't done this sooner. I mean, and it's not even that bad, it's just slow. I shouldn't be too robot-y. I hope I'm not too robot-y. Am I still a robot? Sometimes that happens with my... So, here's something that I have discovered, and it's irritating, but I also don't have a good workaround. The monitor of mine is great, except for the fact that it has problems with the USB hub built in. I love the USB hub, and I use it often for a lot of things, and one of the things that I use it for is my webcam that has my microphone. But the problem is that it has a weird problem with cutting out every now and then randomly. That's why in my YouTube videos, I figured out is part of why my old YouTube videos, when I had my sound controller plugged into it, it would randomly make some very weird sound effects added to it. I don't know really what to do about it, and I kind of need it to be, I don't know, like I kind of need it. I can't continue to wire everything way the heck down, but it's just, it's frustrating, honestly. I keep making this mistake. I got rid of the snowball, like, as soon as I got my mod mic. And I got rid of the mod mic because someone else needed it. Of course, my font's going to reset. And nothing is going to be visibly different immediately. Ooh, glass is already... Wow. Glass, though. Okay, that's a very different glass texture. I am already, both aroused and confused. I mean, I definitely like it better. I just did not expect it to be so vastly different. The log texture is pretty good. Of course, all of our textures are messed up from, like, the tools and stuff. Well, they're not messed up, they're just the ugly versions that I really hate. So, I think everything is now put up. So we should figure out a better place to put all this stuff. I don't know how I feel about putting that in this room still. I think probably, yeah. I still don't know where I should be putting this stuff, though. Should I make another subfloor? Because I could do that relatively cleanly. Just swap these two out. Yeah, I guess this would work. I think this is going to work out nicely, actually. Because what we can do... Stop that. Okay, so we'll have... some stuff here. This is where our power will actually come from. So now that we have power down here, we will need to figure out how to also send up a RS network signal. But that's okay, we can figure that out. So we will have... Again, this is just... I'm doing... Well, not again, I haven't mentioned this yet, but I'm doing just some structural stuff currently. Structural design, if you will. We'll do the block stuff in a minute. So it'll be something like this. So we'll actually make these taller this time. Because it's really easy to go through and replace these blocks later. So we can have our controller right here. I want it back a block so that I can do connections out of all sides. And we'll do power out the bottom, or into the bottom rather. I wonder if that would be more convenient to do it over here. We'll do this one more time. Sorry, I'm picky. I don't like having a lot of unnecessary curves in my wire, even though it doesn't actually matter too much. Or, it doesn't matter at all, to be honest. But I'm still specific about it. So now we can run cabling from the controller up to here. And now we can also do cabling out. We can do it up. So we can fill that block in finally. I was thinking having a grid. Alright, goodbye Liquid Atlas. I'm glad you were able to join. Yeah, no telling when I'll be back for the stream. Today is kind of a special day as far as my ability to stream, but hopefully soon I'll be back. I think next week when I go house sitting / dog sitting, I will probably more than likely end up bringing my laptop and streaming from it. All right. And now we should have access to everything, so we'll do ID, JEI synchronized auto selected, and that should be good. So the other thing that we can do is set up a little bit of extra machinery in here, now that we have all of that set up. So as it was mentioned before, you can indeed use chisel and bits to create your covers. I would warn you that it is a bit tricky. The tricky part is, you see, you'll want to leave some space for a cable to connect. So it tends to be kind of difficult to get that perfect. But cables are 4 pixels by 4 pixels, so as long as you do something kind of like this, you can leave room for a cable to connect. See? So it just depends, but usually it's not too terribly difficult to do. I'm actually wondering if it might not be a better idea, especially visually, to put the grid here. There. I think that's okay. Down here looks just fine, except we're missing a candle that I accidentally knocked off. There we go. And now all I have to do is just grab a couple of ladders and some building resources. So what we should do also is get a crafting grid for downstairs, so we'll look into that. We'll do a crafting grid. We'll go ahead and grab the crafting table, because I know we'll need it. Let me go ahead and put this away, too, real quick. Maybe even take the time to repair my tools so that I can clean up my inventory some more. So, let's see, crafting grid. So, grid itself is going to be not too difficult. We'll do that. We can do, we'll need I'm all out of silicone, so let's get some quartz. Actually, I already got some quartz dust, so I'll just smelt that. And I don't keep slag because we already have plenty of it. So, let's see. I need to find a couple of better places for some things. I don't like this power cell being here either. We can do that, and then just put a... No. Put a ironwood. Right there. Perfect. And I think these are all good the way they are. Let's see, so we were looking into silicone, and we should be good now. Yay, and now I can clean up my inventory. So, looking at a... ooh, wait, what is that? Block of ironwood. That looks cool. Okay, so... start working on that. And then grid. So I keep on getting off track. So we need 2 of those, we need 2 of those, we need some redstone, we need quartz and glowstone. So we can just go ahead and grab these, grab our construction and destruction cores. Let's see, grid. Anything else I need? Nope. And let's see, cable. What? And now we can toss a grid down somewhere, but I don't really know where would be a good place. Probably here, because we'll eventually have a crafting grid too. Or not a crafting grid, but a pattern grid. That's what I'm thinking. Nope, too early. Boop. And it is alive. We'll do the same thing. JEI synchronized by ID. There we go. And now we can pick our building blocks from down here right now as well. Super easy to do. So building blocks, probably gonna do wood again, just to continue this extended look down. But the difference between this floor and the previous floor JEI synchronized auto selected. Take a quick detour over to Josh's place. Wherever he is. Oh, there he is. I see him flying around now. Let that recharge real quick. I'm always self-conscious about this thing recharging, because I always forget about it. Cool. As for the inner blocks, we actually have a lot of liberty to pick from. What? Just got a notification about a grade being posted that I've had. Like, I don't even know why that's just now popping up. I've had that grade for like a week. Whatever. I wonder if that just means he's doing something. My professor is doing something, rather. I don't know. This is that one class that I'm kind of hoping that I did well enough on the final to make an A. I think I did. I mean, I didn't have to do that high, but... I can put the apples away now. I always forget that E doesn't close that inventory because you're typing. Eventually, this will be on an auto importer. But I am definitely not doing that quite yet. Nope. Okay, so we have our logs laid out. I don't know. I think this might be a little better.